Hello Tech World and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're taking a first look at Apple's brand new budget MacBook, the MacBook Neo. And yes, it comes in several colors, but today we'll be looking at this fresh citrus colorway. I spent a few days using it, and in this video, I'll be sharing my first impressions from the specs and the price to the trade-offs you're getting with this more affordable MacBook and who I think this laptop is for. If you're new here, we cover everything tech and gaming, so make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Alright, let's dive in and check out this brand new MacBook Neo. Kicking things off, let's talk about design and specs of the MacBook Neo. Design-wise, it's very similar to the MacBook Air, with a slim aluminum chassis weighing just 2.7 pounds, the same as the 13-inch MacBook Air. It feels solid yet lightweight in the hands. Coming from the 14-inch M5 MacBook Pro as my main device, I could immediately feel the difference in weight between the two. In terms of build quality, I was pleasantly surprised. Despite being a budget MacBook, it still feels like a premium device, and you're getting that wonderful MacBook keyboard experience, which is a great thing to see at this price point. The trackpad is a little different from what you'll find on the MacBook Air or Pro. Those models have forced touch trackpads with haptic feedback, while the Neo comes with a multi-touch trackpad using a more physical mechanism. But don't get me wrong, it's still an excellent trackpad and probably one of the best you'll find on a laptop at this price. Also, if you look closely, you'll notice that the keys on this MacBook Neo are also the same beautiful citrus color, but slightly muted, giving the keyboard a more subtle premium look. As for the ports, you're getting a headphone jack and two USB-C ports, which we'll discuss more later in the video. The speakers are a dual speaker system positioned in a spot I haven't seen on a MacBook before. I'll let you hear them for yourself later, and let me know in the comments what you think of the sound quality. For authentication, you have Touch ID, but it's not included in the base model. If that's important to you, I'd recommend upgrading an extra $100, which will get you that Touch ID, as well as a bump up in storage all the way up to 512 gigabytes of storage. Finally, in terms of color options, the MacBook Neo comes in citrus, indigo, blush, and silver, all fresh options for a budget MacBook. Next up is the display. The MacBook Neo comes with a 13-inch liquid retina screen with a 60Hz refresh rate. The peak brightness hits 500 nits, which is more than enough for most users. One thing to note, this display doesn't have a notch like other MacBooks, but it does have slightly thicker bezels. Honestly, in my opinion, they don't bother me at all. It gives the laptop a clean, classic look. At the top, you've got a 1080p FaceTime HD camera, which is perfectly fine for video calls. However, if you're someone who moves around a lot on camera, you'll miss out on that 12 megapixel center stage camera that comes on higher end MacBooks. Now, let's talk about performance. I don't want to dive too deep since I've only had this laptop for a few days, but I know a lot of people are concerned about that 8 gigabytes of RAM. Here's my take. If you're really worried about RAM, I'd suggest going with the MacBook Air instead, as it'll feel more future-proof. Or if you think you might want to try things like video editing, photo editing, or 3D work down the line, the MacBook Air or Pro is probably a better choice for long-term performance. That said, don't underestimate the A18 Pro chip in this device. I've been running multiple tabs, Apple Notes, and Apple Music in the background, and it handles everything smoothly. I even edited this video on the MacBook Neo using Wondershare Filmora, and it works surprisingly well. So if you're new to video editing or someone who doesn't do anything too crazy or demanding when video editing, then this laptop is more than capable. For more demanding video editing workflows though, you'll want to stick with the MacBook Air or Pro. As for my experience so far, the MacBook Neo has been great. Honestly, if this were my first MacBook, I think I'd even be more impressed. That said, coming from a MacBook Pro, there are a few features I do miss, like the ProMotion display, the higher peak brightness, my preferred port selection, and of course that stunning liquid retina XDR display. But don't get me wrong, the display on the MacBook Neo still looks fantastic, whether you're watching anime, movies, or just browsing content. For a budget MacBook, it definitely holds up. Now, let's talk about the features you're missing out in order for Apple to make the MacBook Neo so affordable. First off, the base model doesn't include Touch ID, and neither version comes with backlit keys. You also won't get a MagSafe charging port, and the trackpad is different from what you'd find on the MacBook Air or Pro. On the port side, you're limited to 2 USB-C ports instead of Thunderbolt ports, and the RAM maxes out at only 8 gigabytes. You're also getting the A18 Pro chip instead of an M series chip, and the display doesn't include True Tone or wide color P3 support. As for the speaker quality, it just isn't as premium as the ones that you either get on the Air or the Pro. The list goes on, but here's the thing. If these trade-offs don't affect your daily workflow, this is still a fantastic laptop for the price. So, who is the MacBook Neo really specifically for. In my opinion, it's perfect for students and adults who need a laptop for daily tasks like responding to emails, browsing the web, streaming content, or working on spreadsheets and documents. It's designed for people who aren't constantly pushing their laptop to the limit, and at just $599, it's Apple's way of giving users an affordable option that still fits perfectly within the Apple ecosystem. For students, it gets even better. With Apple's education discount, you can get $100 off, bringing the price down to $499 or $599 if you choose to go with the one that comes with Touch ID and the upgraded storage. Honestly, for a laptop this capable, that's a steal in my opinion. To wrap things up, the MacBook Neo is Apple's way of stepping into the budget laptop market. It's applying pressure to Chromebooks as well as Windows, while showing that they're serious about affordable MacBooks. I'll be making a follow-up video after I've spent more time with the MacBook Neo, so stay tuned for that. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button as it really helps the channel grow. As always, Tech World, it's been a blast and I'll catch you guys in the next video.